Heads up. If you have kids around,
parental advisory is in effect.
This is the Bonus Bone Podcast with Lamont and Tonelli.
It's like water torture.
Baby Huey.
Shasta.
And Joe Hawk.
Welcome back to another episode of the Bonus Bone Podcast. The whole gang's here. Shasta, Lamont, Tonelli, Baby Huey, and Joe Hawk. Whoop, whoop.
What's up?
All right, so we are talking age differences this week, inspired by most of our favorite show. I guess not everybody, but Lamont and I are obsessed with Ozark.
Ozark is the greatest. And I will tell you,
show.
Shasta, today's podcast was kind of inspired by Ozark.
It absolutely was. Darlene and Wyatt.
Darlene and Wyatt. And I said to you, who in the hell, sitting there as a writer, said, let's get Darlene together with Wyatt? Now, we've gone in depth on this. How old is Darlene's character on that show?
So they're 30 years apart, about 3 decades between Wyatt, who's around 20-ish.
Yes.
And she's supposed to only be around 50.
That's a rough 50.
I think that is a real rough 50.
I would have thought 60, okay? But here's the deal. It made my stomach queasy when I was watching them French kiss.
Yes. And they really get after it in that show.
Right.
So that brought up the conversation between us privately, like, would you? Like, are you I mean, not with Darlene, obviously, because she's not exactly a looker. But if you went 30 years north of your age,
right,
would you...
and who find anybody alive?
Whoa. Well, for some of us, Paul.
Yeah. Don't forget about us millennials in the conversation. Come on.
But would someone who's 30 years of age, older than you, be attractive?
Right.
To that person?
Yeah. So we're varying in ages in this group.
Right. So I say let's start off with Joe, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So, Joe, how old are you?
I'll be 34 this year.
You're 34 years of age. So that means you would have to consider someone
in their 60s, maybe
in their
70s.
60, let's say around 65 years of age.
Okay.
Do we have any celebrities that you would consider sleeping with who's actually 65?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Would you sleep with someone 30 years older than you?
I do.
It's got to depend on who it is. That's
like if it's celebrity, because I'm looking at Julianne Moore, who's 61. She's looking pretty good.
Oh, she is, yeah.
Even Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh, she's hot.
She is gorgeous.
How old is she?
61.
Wow.
I never realized she was 61.
No. And then, because it's a handy dandy little website. Then you also have in like their 60s right now. I never even heard of her. Maureen McCormick.
Maureen McCormick?
Yeah. Marsha?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's 65.
We've talked to her before. Yeah. I don't like her. Okay.
You wouldn't do it just for her personality.
She hung up on us once because she got offended by our questions.
I can't imagine that.
Jamie Lee Curtis is in her early 60s.
She doesn't appeal to me.
Doesn't
Jamie Lee Curtis?
No.
You would? Oh wait, hold on. We got to unpack that.
Okay, so I'm 60. I'm the big 6-0.
Okay.
Yes.
And I would not think of sleeping with Jamie Lee Curtis. I don't think she's attractive.
No.
Right? For me, I would have to go to 90. And I'm going to tell you this, guys.
There's not that many.
I would not sleep with someone who's 90 years of age.
No matter what? No matter who?
No matter who. And I got to tell you, so I went looking through like stars who are 30 years older than me, right?
So in their 90s.
So growing up, Paul, to me, one of the ultimates growing up as a crush was Cheryl Tiegs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. One of the original Sports Illustrated cover girls.
Have you seen a picture of Cheryl Tiegs lately?
I have not.
All right, there she is. Okay, I'm gonna. There we go, Cheryl Tiegs.
That's a little different.
That's a little different. I don't even know how old Cheryl Tiegs is.
She's got to be close to 70, I think.
Let me see here.
74.
74. So I'm saying I don't think I would go to 14 years older than
she had like one of the original bikini posters back in the day.
Oh, back in her day. Age is just a bitch,
Age is a bitch.
isn't it? Right?
Really is. So she's only 76. So you're not going that much older. Like you're totally shutting this whole thing down.
Right? Because there's no way I would be like Wyatt sleeping with Darlene.
Yeah.
Now, for instance, stars in their 90s.
Yeah, Betty White.
Betty White's
White's
done Betty
dead,
White.
so-
I would
Well, I'm
not.
just saying, if we were
Why
doing this
limit
2
yourself?
months earlier.
All right?
Right before
And
the new
I've
year.
seen Betty White naked, and I still wouldn't have done Betty White. I would not have slept with Betty White.
Okay, hold on. When was Betty White naked?
When she was in her 30s
Yeah,
or
I think
40s.
that's when it was, right?
Or maybe younger than that. She did a set of playing cards that Mr. Skin found and put on his
right.
website.
And they were like topless cards.
Right.
And
So,
wait, hold on. You're saying you wouldn't have done her then?
no, I didn't even think she was attractive back then. That was not a
you're
good look.
Super snots McGee. Are
Yeah,
you
I
kidding me?
am. Now,
Even if you took her apron off?
now, I will say this. Okay, in the 90s, here are your choices.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Angie Dickinson.
Yes.
You would do Angie
Sure.
Dickinson in her 90s?
Yeah, a little pillow talk, find out what went on with the Rat Pack and stuff like that. Absolutely.
That would be entertaining. He's got a point there.
I would do it just for the information.
Barbara Eden.
You would honeypot
I dream
her?
of Jane.
Yeah, Barbara, I'd say I'd thumbs up on Barbara Eden, too.
Okay, Wyatt. Paul Tonelli is like Wyatt.
Yeah, Barbara Eden, sure.
Actually, to be fair, Barbara Eden looks pretty. Like, she looks good.
Yeah, I'm with you on
Get
that.
pretty
I
creative
think
with that
so.
genie bottle.
So Joe, would you consider Barbara Eden? She's not.
No.
Really?
Okay.
No, I think she is attractive,
Let's
but
see.
Baby Huey. Barbara Eden.
What does she look like?
I dream of Jeannie.
Oh yeah.
She kind of has the Joker cheeks going.
Yes, she
Yeah,
got
I think she's
a lot of plastic surgery by the looks of it,
I
allegedly.
think she's about 88 now.
Right.
Yeah, allegedly.
Right.
Huey, what is your age rate? You're a little bit younger than me.
I'm 38.
Okay, so I have one for you that you've got to say yes to. Goldie Hawn.
I would.
Not now.
No, not now.
now.
No. How old is she?
Not
Hold
now.
on. You said yes to Barbara Eden.
Yes,
You're
I
saying
did.
No to Goldie Hawn.
She's 76.
Correct.
Wow.
She's looking
She is 76.
That's
she
a
looks
gilf
fantastic.
right there.
Totally.
She's a gilf.
Just to get to her daughter.
I would do Goldie Hawn. You guys are
Whoa!
lying.
We are learning things about Shasta.
Call me Kurt Russell.
You would go Goldie Hawn.
Sure.
So how old is
looks
she?
amazing.
She's 76.
76.
It's
So
almost
baby Huey's got a
Twice my age.
A range of 36 years.
38.
Wow, you did that math really.
Yeah.
Oh,
not gonna
38
challenge it.
years.
Twice your age.
Yeah.
But look at her.
Look
she looks
at-
fantastic.
No,
if I look
I don't-
half that good in my 70s.
A lot of plastic
Are you
surgery
kidding?
there.
Well,
Yeah, you know, here's the thing.
What's that?
I like people who age well that don't get a lot of plastic surgery.
age gracefully.
Is what I'm looking for.
Which from
Okay,
your generation is not that.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Now, I look at some of these stars that get very bad plastic surgery
Right.
and try and look young.
There's nothing worse.
There's nothing worse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not going to say never, ever, ever will I, because I feel like that's lame. I don't want to be that girl.
Yeah.
But I will say I've never done anything at all. I've never done Botox or anything to my face like that. Because I think that the natural way of aging looks just so much better. You look natural.
That's what I'm saying.
So somebody we've talked about with Mr. Skin who hasn't had plastic surgery, I think, is Helen Mirren, the actress.
I
That's the name
think
I was
she
thinking.
looks
Yes.
All right,
phenomenal.
how old is Helen Mirren?
Hold on. She looks really great. She's in her 80s.
She's worked,
isn't
what,
she?
5
76.
decades?
76. Actually,
She's 76, so she is well within the range of the 30 years from here to now. And quite honestly, is Joe
She looks
Holden?
really great.
34.
Oh, that's 40. So that's out of the Wyatt,
The Wyatt range.
right?
She's my age range. I'll go with Helen Mirren.
Oh,
So I would say yes, except not the first thing in the morning.
Dude, that's so much. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so when I was looking up my options, I, for some reason, thought I was way younger than I am.
Right.
So I'm 40 because I was like,
You're talking 70
Eddie
years of
Vedder,
age.
done.
Right.
Yeah, no, Eddie Vedder's only 57.
Right.
Johnny Depp's only 58. So,
let's
yeah,
move
of
up
course
to
I would.
70.
So 73 is Steven Tyler.
Oh, there you go.
Would you sleep with Steven Tyler?
That's going to be a yes from me.
Okay.
Oh,
Steven
my
Tyler.
God.
Yes.
You are like Darlene.
Because
No, he's like Darlene.
No, he's like Darlene.
actually, to be fair, he looks a little like Darlene.
You are like Wyatt.
But I'm kind of with Nelly because it's been a lifelong fascination with Steven Tyler. So I kind of feel like I don't know, like,
Pick his
the
brain.
experience to pick his brain, the pillow talk. Yeah, I'm with you. So Steven Tyler. Another one that I don't think I would do, even though I love him so much, is Ozzy. Because he's 73.
Right.
But
And
you
I
would
feel
not
like-
do Ozzy.
I don't think I could.
Okay. All right. All right.
Can you imagine dirty talk with Ozzy? Like, no.
Oi.
Just be mumbling.
He feels like, Ozzy to me feels much older than 73. Because maybe because of his health. Like, I love
Drugs.
him, he's sacred to me, but he's lived a long, hard 73 years.
Now, here's a question for you, Shasta.
Yeah.
What about, let's say, I just lost him. Well, how about Mick Jagger?
Okay, here's the truth. Mick Jagger, I don't think is a very attractive fella. Even in his young years, I don't think he was ever a looker. So I'm going to say no. But I would love to have coffee with him.
Right? Yeah, but coffee would lead to something else. We're talking Darlene and Wyatt here.
And Mick Jagger would definitely get you pregnant.
If you drank his coffee.
I don't know. He might be one of those people who you
might
meet
charm
and
you.
he's just incredibly charming and just
Right.
takes over the whole situation, and you never know. You never know.
So now I've got another one
Keith
for you.
Richards
Okay.
more fascinating than Mick Jagger, but go ahead.
What's Mick, 78, 79?
78.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, 78.
Sophia Loren, Tanel.
Yeah, I think so.
Janelle hasn't turned anyone down yet.
I did turn down Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. That's
Yes.
just so
Is she
strange.
looking rough? Again, only if it's not the first thing in the morning.
At the very end of the day.
Well, after you've had a
Yeah, well,
lot
then
of
I'll be
drinks,
drunk at the end of the day.
then he can't perform.
Let's just talk.
Oh my God, I'm crying. Man,
All right,
Sophia
so-
Loren at her prime was Jesus. She was beautiful.
Right.
Age is a bitch.
So
I mean,
your limit is Shasta's is how many years?
70. It would need to be 70. So
70.
Steven Tyler's about
74. You would still go 34 years above your age range.
I would. Okay, so here's an interesting story. When my dad was 44, he married a 22-year-old.
Wow,
Right.
good for him.
She looked like a friggin' Playboy model too. I mean,
Right.
unbelievable. My mom, of course, because she was the new wife, called her Barbie, but she really did.
Oh, so hold it. Barbie is not your mom?
No,
I
no.
thought your mom was the 22-year-old.
Oh no, this was my stepmom.
Oh.
So when my dad was a pimp, okay? God rest his soul. He was.
Right.
He was a very, very good-looking, charming
Yes.
guy. He ran a bowling alley and a bar, and he could dance, and he just was. He had real swagger, like real. That's where I get it,
Yes.
obviously.
Okay. Yes, that's what I was going to say.
So, of course. So he was very attractive to the ladies, and so yeah, he scored this absolutely bombshell gorgeous 22-year-old
Oklahoma
and married
Barbie.
her. I'm telling you,
Oklahoma Barbie.
I gotta find pictures of her. You guys will be like,
Now,
whoa. But
all
here's
right.
the thing: my brother, I think at the time they got married was like 14, and she was 22.
She was 8 years old, or
So there wasn't that much difference.
I've seen Pornhub movies like that.
So I just wonder how my brother felt. Now, my parents, okay, no, this is funny. My brother's going to kill me for telling this
Yes.
story. But my dad was very inappropriate. Like, he had no filter. He was a lot like you boys.
Okay.
Always telling the sex jokes. So
Yes.
one night, he and my stepmom, they knew my brother was coming home for curfew. And so they pretended to have like crazy sexual, in the bedroom while he was coming in. So they were being really loud, hitting the walls, like making a whole scene of it. When my brother came down the hallway and he freaked out and basically like ran out of the house. And they ran out after him and, of course, told him it was a joke. But it was great. They were awesome. She was awesome.
Okay, well, that then
Yeah.
is the reverse.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to reverse you, Shasta.
Okay. Oh, God.
So,
oh, no, see.
Well,
right. I'm going to reverse.
That's going to be the intro for this episode.
Let's go the opposite way. That means you would sleep with someone how many years younger?
Well,
that was 22 years.
That was, 22 years.
So that means you'd be picking up 18-year-olds just out of high school.
Hold on.
Not a chance.
Barely legal.
No.
Huey, how old are you?
I'm 38.
So that means you're going 16?
Well, no.
No.
Legally, no.
He turned red instantly.
I mean, okay, so have I ever dated anybody younger? I don't think I've ever dated younger. Jay is 8 years older than me. I typically dated older guys anyway. I would never consider dating a guy younger like that.
What is the age limit going down, so to speak?
I'm 40, 35. Like, I honestly, I mean, no offense, Joe, but I just young
Jay's
guys that's
same age as Barbie?
Jay, what?
Yeah. Well, no, close.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's 8 years older than me. I'm trying to do the math. You're making me do math in real time, which is never good. But yeah, no, I mean, so when I was 24, I got together, he was 33.
Right.
And the reason I liked an older guy like that is because he had his shit together. You know what I mean? Like he was saving up, he had a good job, he was like set on a good track and everything. So that's why I went that direction. But I would never go younger.
Joe,
have you guys dated
how much younger would you go?
I think right now at my current age, because if you're going at least a decade, someone would be like 24.
Right.
Like mentally, they might have everything put together, but I don't know. I think right now maybe no more because, my wife is 4 years younger than me.
Right.
So, she's 4 years younger. Okay.
Yeah, so she's turning 30 this year just to make you guys feel old.
She's turning 30, dear God. Oh.
Right.
I don't think I can go any younger than maybe 8 years right now, but getting like older, like if I were in my 40s or 50s, maybe I'd go like another decade or so.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Nah.
What about you guys?
As attractive as that sounds to some guys, there has to be some common common ground, and I'll give you a great story. So now, remember when I was single and I was dating this one gal that we went to?
I know where you're going with this.
He knows where I'm going with this story.
This is a great story.
I was a man-ho. I'm telling you, right? But this gal was freaking hot.
Yeah.
And she had just graduated high school, all right?
This is a great example.
So she's 19 years of age. She was just starting college. And we all went to the bar after a basketball. She might have been 21 because she was allowed into the bar. Mm-hmm. Either that or she had some fake ID. So we were sitting there at the bar, and Snell was there with his sisters and their husbands. And we were all just shooting the breeze. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about the all-time great performers. And Tinelli, your answer was?
I forget what my answer was. You probably
I'll tell you
remember.
Exactly. Frank Sinatra.
Did I say Sinatra?
Sinatra.
It could have been Sinatra,
Classic.
Tony Bennett, Dean Martin.
He goes, Frank Sinatra. Okay. He's an all-time classic.
Right.
And then I come up and I say the Beatles, okay? Mm-hmm. I said the Beatles are an artist that are generational, that will last forever, their music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we go around the table, and everyone's picking someone from their era. When it came time for her to give the answer, at this point, I realized, this is not going to work. It was almost like E.F. Hutton, you know those E.F. Hutton commercials where they spoke and everyone just went silent?
Yes.
So she contributed, do you know? I think Madonna is generational. And by the way, she turned out it was right.
Yeah.
She was right.
But not at that time.
Not at that time, because at that time she just came out with her video in her underwear.
She was like...
They're like the Material Girl era.
Like a virgin.
Girl era, right? It wasn't even like a virgin era. It was Material Girl. So everyone just shut up.
Yeah. It's like...
And there was not another word for the rest of it. Just like, okay, well, let's go home now.
She was the cooler.
Let's go home now. Oh my God. That is hilarious.
So there has to be someone that you have a bond with, that you have like, I would say commonalities with.
Well, yeah. And also, like, on another level, wouldn't it just be exhausting at a certain point to be out with somebody who's 21 and just wants to party balls all the time? Like, I'd be like, honey, just go party. I'm going to bed.
He's already done that.
That just sounds exhausting to me.
Right?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Joe, I have one.
What?
You just brought her up. Madonna. She's exactly 30 years older than you.
Is she really?
Would you sleep with Madonna?
No. Knowing who she's been with? No.
Point, it's not about age.
Double standard.
Maybe she gets a sponsorship with Invisalign. Too,
Oh my God. You're terrible. You guys are so judgmental.
So judgmental.
I, however, am not.
Right.
No.
I still said I would have coffee with Mick Jagger at least. Come on now.
Baby Huey.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
You would sleep with Madonna?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she was really big when we were young.
So that's
like, she
30
was the
years.
starlet.
You are like Wyatt then.
Well, then it works for some people,
Right.
It just depends on how you age and how you look, what kind of work you have done. All right, one more.
Uh-huh.
This will be for the older fellas in the group.
For the win.
Dolly Parton.
No, I wouldn't sleep with Dolly Parton.
I was going to bring that up earlier. I would not. No, Dolly, no.
Really?
And, that's my second no.
No, I just don't
Okay,
think.
hold on, because the two lookers out of everyone, I think, is Dolly Parton and Goldie Hawn, and you're passing on them for Sophia Loren?
Yeah, exactly. But
You must have not Googled Sophia Loren lately.
oh, believe you me, he's got Sophia Loren on his brain. Okay.
Yeah, but not Gina Lollobrigida. I would not do Gina. No.
That's the line, I guess.
No, but to me, 30 years is too old. I would not do that. That's like, why don't I go into the old folks' home and look for some of the oldest people there and say, do you want to have sex? No.
Wait, how old are her boobs then?
What?
Oh, that's
Her boobs
Dolly
might be.
Parton. She's 76. Her boobs are supposed to be natural, aren't they?
Yeah.
Isn't that the thing?
I doubt that. Come on.
yeah.
I'm not Googling
Yeah.
it. One of you Google that. I'm not putting that on my
Check to
personal
see if
computer.
Dolly Parton's boobs are natural or fake.
Oh, no, they're not.
Dolly Parton.
Chasta, Rod
Let's call
Stewart.
Mr. Skin.
Oh, Rod Stewart.
He's 77.
That's a really...
Or how about Sting? He's 70.
Tantric
Okay.
sex.
Yeah, he can go
Sting,
hours.
I was
hours.
just going to say
He'd
that.
wear you
So
out.
Rod Stewart also never really thought he was an attractive bloke if I'm just physically looking at him, but I think he's a charm your pants off kind of guy. And then Sting, I think I love. You guys know how much I love the Police.
Yeah.
But I think he might not be somebody I want to meet, because sometimes when you meet people, their personality, you're kind of like, meh. Because I don't know if he's a real super nice guy.
Right. Well, yeah, but we're talking attractiveness, though.
No, because you guys said, what's her name, McCormick earlier, and you're like, nope, don't like her.
Oh, that's
you threw
because
her
she
out
hung
the
up on
window.
me.
That's a personal thing.
That's where he draws the line.
It's personal.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it depends on personality, too. See, we're not that vain. We're not just about looks.
Right.
I think I would be very sad if I met Sting and he was a jerk. Maybe he's the nicest guy in the world. Probably is. Who knows?
I'm not going to lie. Maybe Susan Sarandon.
Oh, that's a good one.
No.
No?
No. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to do a lot of research on this subject and put a list together for people.
Are you going to do it on MrSkin.com?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Let's ask Mr. Skin this question next
Yes.
time he's on the air next week.
Uh-huh.
Let's ask him this question, because I'd like to know because he sees all the nudity, old
What
boobs, young
his-
boobs, middle boobs.
What his upper limit is. So hold on. I haven't we have not discovered. So, Baby Huey, what is the lower limit for you?
At this point, I mean, if I'm 38,
At this point.
At this desperate point, is that what you're saying?
Anything with a pulse?
no, I'm thinking like 2 president terms. So like
8 years.
presidents.
Like 8 years. So probably
That's the way you think presidential terms?
Yeah, I mean, just thinking, because but like anyone in their 20s right now, it's a whole different generation. What they've been through and what
it's
they've
totally
experienced,
Right.
Like they can't relate to me on things that I've been through. So So that's why it's like, I think at
You
this
live
point.
with the Clinton era.
So when you meet a girl, do you ask her, who was the president when you were born?
I remember Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter. Oh my God.
I mean, Chas, you know those 90s memes, like.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, if anyone out there.
You want them to relate to your memes.
Yeah, like. No, but like,
I get it.
hypothetically. Yeah, if they've never used a CD player in their life or know what a CD is, they're too young for me. We can't relate on it.
If they still have light up shoes whenever they walk, they're too young for you, bro.
Do you remember the release from Green Day when it came out?
Right?
Right. Yeah. What album were they
American
born in?
Idiot? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm the idiot here.
It's true.
No, but
Kids
seriously.
in their 20s, they speak a different language.
Yeah.
I feel a bit lost sometimes, and that makes me feel old.
Shasta, your younger limit.
I would probably say 30.
30?
And I would feel like a real cradle robber.
You
Oh,
feel
well,
like a
guess
real
what?
dirty
I got
girl.
a nice list of 30.
But Chas, we're the last generation to function without cell phones. You know what I mean? Like grow up without
yeah.
it.
I think we're a drop dead generation. There's a big dividing line between
Kidding.
our
So no, but
generation
the
and
cell
your
phones
kids.
when I was 16.
No way.
My uncle had a brick in his car. It cost $4,500 for
Yeah,
his
but
cell phone.
That's not a common
a back
thing.
phone
That's
is
a
different
cell
than a flip
phone.
phone.
That's not common for
Okay,
everyone.
so what are we saying now? Your
I'm saying-
limit is the Motorola Razr.
That was my No, but I'm saying like the younger kids who grow up with just only knowing to function with a cell phone. Like they don't have a
Or
conversation.
smartphone. Yeah.
But
Right.
believe me, there's a lot of people out there who don't know how to hold a conversation and just talk.
I'm
Right.
sure.
So you're looking for somebody that knows how to use a rotary dial at least? Or what?
Yeah. We got strong fingers.
Now, is that
What
in your
the
Tinder
hell?
profile
Well, your girlfriend's
or
going
what?
to need it. So,
Yes. Dude.
Yeah, for my.
so now your younger limit.
Oh, heck. At my age, I'll take anything in their 20s and up.
So Tonelli goes from 20
He
to
has a
95.
70-year range. 70-year range. That's impressive.
That's a high five. There you go.
None of us are going to top that
God.
right there. I like that.
Barbie world.
All right, so we have some homework, Lamont. You make
Yes,
the list.
I'm making a list.
This is going to be a
and
two-part
we'll-
episode, I'm guessing.
I think it might be a
This
two-part
could be an
episode.
ongoing thing for the next 5 years.
Oh, boy. I
As
changed
you
my mind.
age. Exactly. How much more desperate do you get? You know,
Right.
I mean, things change. You just never
Joe,
know.
your younger limit.
My younger limit, I guess right now, I probably wouldn't go anything farther than 28, 27.
I'm with you, boy.
Yeah.
I hear you. Lamont, what about you?
Let me see. My wife is 8 years younger
Right.
than me, so
Two president terms.
I would say
Nice.
I would say 6 years.
Oh, of
Just
course.
kidding, honey. I know you're listening to this. I'd say
Now
8 years.
I just have an image of Tonelli, who's like the mayor of San Francisco, walking around Golden Gate Park with a 28-year-old being like, hey, honey, look over here.
So
28-year-old, he said 22.
22.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You got into UCSF? Well, let me tell you some history about that building.
I was there when they built that building.
at least at 22, you won't have to pay for her health insurance.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you're still
my
behind
God.
her parents.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, I am dizzy. I am laughing too hard.
Well,
All
there
right,
you
well,
go.
that was fun. So we will have a part 2. Once Lamont gathers his list,
Yes.
we'll all get our list a little bit better. My number one approval in my age range is Steven Tyler. That's who I'm going with.
All
Or
right.
Goldie Hawn. Those are my 2. So if you guys want to hit us up, feel free. Wherever you're listening to this, if you see a link on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the things, you can leave us a comment and let us know who we missed out on or who you would do that's 30 years above you. We want to see your list, right?
Right.
All right. Thanks for joining us
Oh,
on
wait,
another
so we're
episode.
doing homework?
Yes, you have.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
homework on this one.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
We're going to have a round 2. Come
Yes.
on, catch up, bro. All right, we'll catch you next time on the Bonus Bone Podcast. We love you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye.